Year's 1988, and we are going to talk about Vampire's Kiss. Holy shit.
That was great.
Did I oversell this movie at all?
Nope.
Okay. No.
And the beer that we're going to drink is Hoppin' Frog Cafe Boris, the Crusher.
Nice.
Oatmeal Imperial Stout. Stout with coffee.
Looking forward to it.
Yep.
So for the listeners, so I had seen this movie before, not too long ago, but I've seen it before. So I was super excited for you guys to see it. And it was pretty... So actually, let me go back even further. So basically, a couple of months back, like, I don't know, maybe last fall or so, I saw this movie with a buddy of mine. And after we saw it, we were both like speechless. Like the credits started rolling and we were like speechless. Like, what did we watch?
Yeah.
And we watched it kind of earlier in the day. And it was on the weekend too. So like when we went out that night, everyone that we met, everyone that we talked to, were like, have you seen Vampire's Kiss? If you have not, you need to. So yeah. And it, like, the movie stuck with me because I was like, that's the most batshit crazy movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
A couple months later, you know, I was home one day and super bored. I was like, I want to watch something Nicolas Cage with something newer. So I watched the movie Drive Angry. So, and I watched that, and that movie, so it's more recent, also totally batshit crazy. Different genre, different kind of crazy. And I'd say not as crazy as Vampire's Kiss. But so I watched that, and when same thing, when that movie ended, I was just like, what the fuck did I just watch? And it's basically the experience of watching Vampire's Kiss and being speechless, and watching Drive Angry and being speechless is what caused the birth of this podcast. It just being so now I just want to like watch every movie and be like, what gives me that same like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I think a lot of this Nick Cage resurgence came off of that compilation video.
Yes.
Nick Cage Freakout or whatever they call it.
Yeah,
Nick Cage
was
this shit.
I assume.
A lot of the clips from that are from this movie.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, it's pretty much like once you start getting rolling with this movie, every scene is a freak out. Like you can put in. It's unbelievable. The movie is basically like cutscenes of him being crazy.
Yeah. But how long was the movie? Hour and 40 or something like that.
That flew by.
It did not seem like hour and 40. I was surprised.
But here's the thing. Nothing happened.
Yes.
Nothing happened.
Yes.
Nothing.
Alva's trying to find those files.
Yeah. It's just looking for. Yeah. It seemed like they were trying to do like a few stories all in one, and it just nothing.
But nothing.
I mean, there's the whole like, is he not a vampire?
Yeah.
There's the whole Alva thing.
There's the vampire thing. There's the finding the contract thing.
Brother lover.
Then there was
thing.
the whole brother thing. Then there was. It just seemed like there were different things would just pop up.
Okay.
I just loved how it was so 80s. Like he was the 80s office guy, and all the women were secretaries, and it's just like
shoulder
pads, cocaine, clubbing,
it was
Twin Towers,
it was completely 80s. It was great.
All the club music I loved.
Oh yeah, but it sounded a little Cure-ish at the end.
Some of it,
didn't it?
Yeah, or like a Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
So the first thing that I think we all noticed is, and I don't know if we mentioned, so we just watched it, the three of us.
Yeah.
So in the whole history of the podcast, 5 episodes. This is the first movie that we sat down together, watched it together, and now we are recording this immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
So very fresh in our heads.
Yes. So I think the first thing that we all noticed is the crazy accent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Accent in quotes.
Another movie. So out of all we've done, he's all done accents.
Did he have one in Birdie?
He had maybe it wasn't an accent. Yeah. It was more of like just him being himself.
Yeah.
Type thing.
But I don't even know what it was supposed to be though.
New York.
It was like
part of New York.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
It was like this weird, bizarre, like
go. Yeah. I could do it all day. I love it.
You should at work.
Oh.
Let us know how it goes.
Oh, yeah. You hear that work? I know some of you are listening.
So, yeah, he has his accent, and it starts off at the therapist's office, I think.
Yeah, he's just talking, like about what's bothering him and stuff.
Yeah. I just know it goes to the fire hazard club pretty quickly.
Yes.
Yeah, they're just the beginning when he's talking to the psychiatrist is just, this is going on, nothing really too weird. You're like, okay, it's the beginning of nothing.
Yeah.
And then goes to the bar and there are candles.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Yeah. Just like that is, you said fire hazard. It's crazy. That's what really jumped out right there.
And that's where he picks up the girl.
Yes.
Jackie or Rachel.
Rachel or Jackie. Yeah. It's still in debate. And then they go back there. They're walking out of the club.
Oh, they had a huge conversation about Fantastic Four characters.
Yeah. It was very strange.
They were both drunk, and he's talking with a different bizarre
another accent.
Oh, you can't just run this way.
Yeah.
This is where the taxi driver calls him a cocksucker.
Yeah. Because she wants a taxi, and he's like, "Oh, it's like 2 blocks."
Yeah.
And then the guy, "Oh, you cocksuckers!"
It's like the most New York taxi driver.
I think he called them mimes. Oh, these damn mimes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. So they get upstairs. And that's where the kid's creeping on him.
The creepy kid.
Yeah, that was
staring at him. Explain that.
Yeah, they didn't even need that in there. I mean, it was great. I loved it, but not needed.
I watched The Room semi-recently, and that's basically like, I feel like what Denny is kind of. Just like that weird creepy kid that isn't explained at all.
I have to watch that movie. I haven't seen it recently.
Well, so Nicolas Cage isn't in it, so we can't watch it.
Yeah, well, sorry, bro.
Unfortunately.
Too bad.
So, they're in the apartment and they begin necking.
Yeah, it's getting hot and heavy.
And that's where he's kind of vampire. And that's where Nick Cage does the crazy leg bend.
I had no idea how he got those shoes off. His top was facing one way, and the other his feet were.
The camera's like kind of like on his upper body, and then all of a sudden you just see this like leg fold up, and he takes off his shoe.
Yeah.
That was very strange.
Impressed, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then the bat flies in.
Yeah.
Oof, bat flies in.
Yeah.
And she flips out.
I mean, I probably would too.
It's a bat.
But you're naked, almost naked, like that makes a little more.
I know, right? So he doesn't seem to be really too bothered by it, but she just. Yeah, she freaks out, runs. She goes out
into the hallway.
Naked. And the kid's still staring.
Yeah.
So the kid's just like, all right. And then
the mom.
The arm. Not even the mom. The arm just grabs the kid away.
No, you saw the mom.
Really? You saw?
Yeah.
A little bit.
And she just didn't care about the naked lady. No.
I just remember just like seeing like just an arm come through and grab him and pull him away.
Like a vaudeville.
Yeah,
cane.
exactly. Yeah. And then she's still wasted outside. So she's just like, I don't know, like naked in front of the kid.
Yeah, because when the bat comes in the room, she's like crying. Like, yeah. But then when she gets out the room, she like starts kind of like laughing.
Yeah, and then Nicolas Cage,
He eventually gets out. He like tries to get the bat out of there.
Shooing the curtains.
Yeah.
Shoo.
Yeah.
Shoo.
So then they leave.
Yeah, they leave the apartment.
I don't know where they went. I don't remember.
Did they?
They kind of just. I think it was probably one of those scenes where it just cut to something else.
Yeah, because I think it just cuts to
the office.
Right.
Yeah, it cuts to him at the office, and he has no socks. Yeah, that's where they start. All the camera angles are on people's ankles.
Yeah, they don't have ankles.
And the one secretary, is it Alva?
Alva.
Mm-hmm.
With the crazy shoulder pads.
Oh, yeah. Those are great.
And he's looking for a file.
Der Spiegel.
It's filed under Der Spiegel.
That's where they got to look.
Rattlesnake Lodge?
Yeah, couldn't find it there and couldn't find it under the dude's name.
Yeah.
So they're finally looking under Der Spiegel.
Yep.
And he's like, well, he didn't look. He looked in the other two.
Yeah. He looked under the short story name and the author name, but not the magazine that it appeared in. Yeah,
so he's like, tells Alva to do it. And you could tell she's like, fine, And then later in the day, he's like, and she's like, well, I looked under this, but I didn't look under Der Spiegel. And he's like, I told you.
Yeah.
And that's when he starts getting, he's not happy at all. And it just seems to go downhill with her from there. But then he goes out again, right? Or does he?
Yeah. So,
So he goes out again.
Yeah.
And then he meets.
I put getting ready music. Was there funny music while he was getting ready?
I'm sure.
I feel like so many parts in this, so many times throughout the movie, it's him like getting ready in the mirror. So I forget which time is which.
Yeah. A lot of it just seemed to be the same
I
stuff
think it was
with his
super
craziness.
synthy. That's what it was.
Yeah. That sounds right. So
I like
yeah,
it.
he's
It's good.
yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah, sorry, I interrupted.
It's
That's
not
all right.
a
It's
super
tasty.
coffee taste.
Not super
though.
coffee. It's almost sweet.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I get a little sweetness.
Yeah, let's get more like molasses brown sugar out
Yeah,
of it.
exactly.
Does it say, can I see the bottle?
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry. Yeah. We already said what this is, right?
So this is where
yeah.
he meets a different girl.
okay.
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 Yes. I've written down different girl / sexy time.
Yes.
Yeah.
New girl, hot and heavy.
And then this is where she bites him.
Yep.
Yeah, they go back and then she bites him, and at first he does not want any part
Yeah.
of it at all.
Which, by the way, girl 2 looks a lot like girl 1.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm just kind of like, is she
Hashtag not racist.
Yeah, yeah. Well, then, and all of a sudden, then he starts saying yes, yes, he's enjoying it.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to him making coffee, and he comes back and he like goes to hand the cup,
And
like,
there's no one there.
No one there. He's talking to no one.
It just shakes.
yeah, yeah. That. Yeah. Well, I'll get to something else.
And then
Goes back to the psych office. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I wrote multiple accents,
Nice.
because he just seemed to go through multiple.
Yes.
Yeah, just he couldn't find the
pick
one he
and choose
wanted. Yeah,
sides.
yeah.
Whatever accent he
Yep.
wants to do, that's what
Yep.
he's gonna do. And then and then he's talking about how he found the bat erotic or something like that.
Yes.
Is that the time where he talks about, he's like, oh, I was really drunk and really horny?
No,
No,
not
that's
yet.
a little
That's
bit
the
later.
next
Yeah.
appointment.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, oh, you were talking about this fucked up thing last
that's
time.
right.
Yeah.
But then, so then he meets up with girl 1.
We think.
Yeah, they were together, but
Yeah.
then he just he bolted.
Yeah.
His like craziness was coming through with the vampire.
So he meets up with the girl 1 at the art gallery.
Yeah.
And she's wearing the hat, the crazy hat.
Yes, yeah,
the nacho sombrero
nacho
hat.
sombrero
Yes.
hat. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And then he just leaves her.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then she's like,
She's
the
a-
hell?
Yeah,
He goes out
exactly.
like a back door, takes a taxi,
Yep.
and doesn't say anything.
cocksucker.
She leaves a message. She's like, never again. Like,
Yep.
just goes off on him. And then he's just laying there listening to it while she's recording it. And I think he might have said something, but it was it. That was it.
When did... Oh, never mind. No, it's not yet. I was trying to think of when she writes the angry letter.
That's when he calls her back
Yeah.
later. Because
Yeah.
now I think he sees a psychiatrist again.
Yeah,
After
and then
that.
that's when he talks
Well,
about...
yeah, and that's when he's like, he forgets completely about everything.
Yes.
He forgets about the bat. He forgot none of it. And she's like, but you said you got aroused by it. Like,
yeah, and he's like,
all this-
oh,
all
I
these
was
things.
drunk
Yeah, I was
and horny. And I was really drunk
And
and
horny.
horny.
That's so weird.
Oh, boy. So then I believe the next scene is he's back at the office and he's angry at Alva.
Yeah.
Isn't he always?
And then he's like, and then he chases her into
Yeah,
the-
he goes, he's at his desk going, Alva,
Yeah.
Alva,
Yeah. Yep.
Alva. He says it about maybe 5 to 10 times.
Yeah.
Gets louder each time.
Yes.
Goes out
It's
there,
just-
stands on the desk,
Yes.
stands on the desk. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yep. She runs to the women's bathroom.
Yes.
Follows her in there, and then
Yeah.
there's an there's an old lady. Yeah, and but that's funny. It's like she doesn't do anything to stop it.
no.
She's like,
Well, no. Yeah,
hit her.
yeah. And then he's
Peace.
like he's like starts calming down, and then the old lady's like, "What the fuck?" Remember that when she said that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, she's like, "I'll get the fuck out of here," or something like that, and then she just leaves.
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'll shoot you."
Yeah,
And then he's like, "Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And then she blames it on mescaline or something.
Yeah.
yes,
I think
Which
that's later.
Alva was all about in high school, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried it once in high school. And
yeah,
he's like, "Okay," and I'll go for the contract.
yeah.
So just to go back a little bit. So I just Googled the actress that plays Jackie and the actress that plays Rachel. So I basically did. So in Google, I typed in Vampire's Kiss. It's Casey Lemons played Jackie.
Okay.
And then Jennifer Beals played Rachel.
Okay.
So I did Vampire's Kiss, Jennifer Beals, different search, Vampire's Kiss, Casey Lemons. The same photo comes up for both of them.
What?
So 2 different actresses, but like if you Google it in Google Images, it comes up like the same image.
Okay, so we're not crazy.
Okay, good. Whew. Oh God.
So yeah,
That's
because
very
it's
strange.
basically like for both, it's the pictures of like the vampire girl.
Yeah,
So
that's very strange.
Oh, I don't get that. I don't understand that.
Maybe they found 2 actresses they wanted to be very similar, and the person that made that is just like, oh, whatever.
because they didn't both play vampires, did they? Like, did they like switch them out throughout the movie?
I think what they were trying to do was
Not
like
give a fuck.
confuse like the audience, make them think like that she's a vampire, but she's also just a regular person. So when he tries to expose her,
Is it kind of like Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen? Olsen. Man, I got the Jesse Ventura thing.
Ashley Olsen, conspiracies, they were twins. One's been dead all these years. Ghost babies.
I really hope that's a thing.
Ghost babies?
Oh God, yeah.
I want that to be a T-shirt. That's what I want.
It's just him.
Ghost babies.
I forgot where I was going with that.
I was saying
I just rolled that fucking rail car right off the rails. Sorry.
like I think they wanted like the audience to think it was one person, even though they kind of look the same, but not completely the same. They kept the audience get kind of confused too.
Yeah.
I think they were going for that. Because you didn't know. Because when they were in the club, she was playing it off like she was a regular person.
Right.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
Donald.
Yeah. Whatever the hell he was. So yeah. And then there was and then she kept on I think didn't she visit him at this point?
Well,
I know she visited him
She
once.
visited him.
I know. So I don't know if it's after that, but basically he leaves work early and goes to that diner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's
it's-
complaining about
yeah.
service.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he's not there very long.
He calls it a grease
hole?
Grease hole. There's
Yeah.
grease hole.
Yeah.
And he's out of there. And everyone's like, whoa, hey, buddy.
Yeah, because he's like, wait 15 minutes. He's like, we'll be right with you. And then he walks
Yeah.
away.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'd be kind of pissed off too.
Yeah, of course.
But then, yeah, I think, does he get visited again by, because when does he trash his apartment? Because I think that's,
Oh, not yet.
It's
Because I have that written down as karate kick lamp.
I put lamp kick.
I just have Rachel Jackie phone call. I don't know what that means.
Rachel Jackie phone call.
Oh, never mind. We talked about bathroom and the old lady.
Yeah,
yeah. I think this is where he gets the note.
Oh no, the board meeting.
Yes, the board.
Because the whole bathroom scene happened. So
That was super
the board meeting where they're having a fun time.
my
Yeah.
God.
Which is the most fake laughing I've ever
Oh,
seen.
yeah. Yes, that's what I wrote down. Because I can write. Yeah, worst fake laughing.
And then you want to erase.
And the guy sitting next to Nick Cage is the most pud-looking guy. Like, could be like brothers of like Louis Anderson or something.
Oh,
like
why didn't you give him the raise out of your paycheck?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you.
Worst comeback.
Oh, man.
Then he goes home and freaks out.
Yes.
So freaks out. Was that when he wanted to meet? Didn't he call her and try to apologize?
In the lobby of his own.
Yeah, the lobby of
place.
his own. Yeah. So
Yeah.
instead of using his phone, who knows if he
Yeah.
had a phone?
Yeah,
Who
so-
knows if he had a phone upstairs?
Yeah, because he calls Rachel Jackie.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, we should meet up. And then he's getting ready. And then Rachel Jackie 2 shows up.
Yes.
Vampire Rachel
Yeah.
Jackie
Yeah.
shows
Yeah.
up. And then he gets distracted.
Yeah, she's hungry. She's hungry.
Yes.
Yeah. And then she's Rachel, the non-vampire Rachel Jackie, is just sitting at the bar like
Fire hazard bar.
Yeah, getting a little upset.
It is the same one, right?
Yeah, it looked like it.
It's a good name for a bar.
Yeah,
Fire hazard.
Yeah, it's great.
It's like the heart attack.
Heart attack grill.
Heart
That's
attack
it.
grill,
Yes, I need to go there. Bad.
You won't eat for free unless you you gain a lot of weight.
No, I think it's like if you're over, because you were over like 350.
50, yeah.
you get. I got some work to do.
Yeah.
Just for that burger. I did it all for the burger.
Yeah, the burger. Does that count if you're like 350 pounds of muscle?
Yeah, it says as long as you're over 350.
as long as you're 350. Yeah.
It'd be cool to be just like a strong man and go there. Just be like, fuck yeah.
Well, and I think they had like the fry buffet where they cook their fries in lard.
Fry buffet.
Hell yeah, bro! They cook them in lard. So they fry the fries in lard and they put them in this huge trough, and it's got a heat lamp, and you can just go up there and be like, and then, whoops.
Lard, trough, heat lamp, not all good things.
That's when you know you got some good eats coming.
We need this stuff to coagulate as quick as possible. Get the heat lamp. Shut it down. Shut it down. A curtain full of beef smoke.
I think the guy that opened it up died of a heart attack too. Well, I mean,
It's not really shocking.
He died doing what he loved, giving others heart attacks. So there you go. Oh man.
Rest in peace.
So I believe the next scene is he's at the
Psychiatrist.
yes, and he's talking about how Alva can't. He's like,
Yeah, it might be like he's like, well, I think he can't. She can't find it. Alva can't find it. But then he's like, it's like, how do you not file something? He goes off about that. He's like, it's alphabetical order.
and
That's at the psychiatrist's office.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
That's what we're saying.
yeah, because she's like, oh yeah, you're right. It should be where it should be,
right?
Unless it gets misfiled, and he's like, misfiled. No, it was an alphabet. A B C D. Now Peter.
The whole alphabet. The whole alphabet.
The whole goddamn
man.
alphabet.
Don't you know that? You call yourself a psychiatrist?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start using it all the time. If someone's like, oh, I don't know that, it's like, you call yourself a whatever.
And then I believe next, I think they're back at his apartment. And this is where he burns himself on the mirror.
Yeah, he touches the mirror. Oh, a hot mirror. Oh, it's hot.
Like, what?
Gotta let it cool down for a bit.
Yeah.
And he burns up, and then the roach on the oven.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's just a roach scurrying about, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this guy a little snack, a little chomp."
Well, that's when he decides to go pick up Alva, because Alva oh no, I'm sorry. So he's at work.
Yeah,
he's
after he eats the roach, he goes into work, got his sunglasses on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Going in, cool. Alva's not there.
Nope. And the other secretary is like, oh,
Yeah, the one that's a narc.
Yeah. What a
That's
bitch.
Seriously.
And she was wearing that poo brown outfit.
I think she's so great.
Fuck. She's not on that floral game like Alva.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Alva's dress game was on point, definitely.
Straight up Puritans.
Yeah, seriously.
Flames.
Yeah, Plymouth Rock. Yeah, oh God. Oh no. What's happening? Oh Jesus.
You ever see that video? Like the sound, it's just a video of like a rapper like in a studio. I think he's like from South Africa. It's like what my car sounds make when he's like skip pop pop. I'm like, that's funny. She's like, oh, she called out sick. Back on track. Boom, yes, the other secretary is like, oh yeah, she called out sick. He's like, oh, call out sick.
Oh.
So then, he takes another taxi.
That one was
$20 taxi ride.
Yeah. $20.
Yeah.
Which 1988, that's probably a decent amount of money.
Shit, it's a lot of money now. I take $20 or something.
Yeah. Goes to pick up Alva.
Yes.
And he's
not very nice. Apologizes.
Yes.
Everything. Gets her out.
Yep.
Gets her in the taxi. She's got to be right back. Blah, blah, blah. That was maybe the mescaline part. Yeah. I don't remember.
Yeah. So because she's like ironing her clothes and just her bra. Like, oh, that's where the soup pouch. Yeah.
Yes.
Which I never heard of, but you have apparently.
Of course.
I guess
telling you, man. You just it's and they're frozen too in the frozen section. So you take the frozen bag of soup and how did I cook it? So I think No, yeah. So you take a bowl and you keep it in the bag, and you put the bag in the bowl, and you put it in the microwave for however long it says, and then once it's done, you take the bowl out and you like hold the top of the plastic of the bag, and it's not hot. You cut it, you dump your soup in the bowl, boom, pouch
With
soup.
the water?
Water. What is water? It's a liquid soup. It's boom.
No, but I'm saying like you said. So you put the pouch in the bowl with water.
No, just a bowl. Just a bowl. That soup would go in.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were doing it like
sous vide style.
like frozen pizza sauce style. Like like you buy like a
No, you don't need to. Yeah, you just put it in a bowl and it like warms itself up, and then you just dump it in.
I'm thinking marinara sauce.
Yeah, just dump it in and then chomp it up.
Chop it or chop it?
I mean, it's up to you.
Okay.
It's America.
Yeah.
So yeah, he picks up. Yeah, she's like, "Oh, I'm not sick." He's like, "Oh, I figured. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad."
I really thought I had a feeling you weren't.
Yeah.
I thought that was the case.
Yeah.
I thought this was a case. Yeah. So they're riding in the taxi back, and he starts acting weird. Right? He's like,
He starts getting like everything's okay, and then he's like, "Well, you still gotta find that contract."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, I thought
you said it wasn't important."
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, it's important." Like,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden he just goes crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of that in this movie.
Yes. So then she's like, "Oh, my brother, I need to give my brother some money."
Yeah.
So we need to stop at this tire shop. And they go in there, and her brother/boyfriend, we aren't sure.
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, you remember that gun that you gave me?" She whips it out. He's like,
Yeah.
"What are you doing?" What's on there? Bulber. Salinas.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, well, the guy who gave me that only carries blanks." He's like, "Fine, I'll take the blanks to the gun."
She gets the blanks.
Yep. Gets back in the car. They go back to the office, and then that's where he's like, "Oh, I took mescaline, in high school."
Yeah.
And then what happens?
I just know around this time he chases her into the basement or whatever.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
because they go back up to start working, and then it's late at night, and she finally finds it.
Yes.
She finally has the contract. She's knocking on his door, and he's not answering. Mr. Lowe's knocking on the door. He finally opens it. I found the contract. He goes, "It's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late."
Yes.
She's like, "No, it's not too late. It's too late."
Yeah.
And he starts chasing her, just screaming, "It's too late." And then finally, like you said, gets her down to the basement. And that's where she pulls her gun out of her purse. Mm-hmm. And
she's like shooting at the ground. Like, "Go to the ground, kill me."
So he wants to get shot. Like he doesn't want to be a vampire anymore.
Right.
So he's like, "Shoot me." And she just keeps on aiming at the ground. And then he's like, knock her down. He grabs her and knocks her down. How did she get on the ground?
I don't remember. Because she's up against the door.
Yeah. No, he was like holding her. Maybe they both fell together or something like that, because he ended up.
Well, didn't he rip open her shirt or something like that?
That's what it was. She ripped open her shirt and brought her to the ground then. Yeah. So he ripped open her shirt, gets her on the ground, and then he's just going to town on her, and she just doesn't want any part of it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's vampire Rachel, Jack, whatever her other.
Oh, yeah, on the ground.
Yeah. It's also it's her. And he looks at her, he's like, "What? Like, how did she get here?" And he rolls off of her. And he sees the gun there, and he grabs it. He's like holding the gun, and then it goes back to her, and then it's Alva again.
Yeah.
Yep. And then he tries to shoot himself.
Yeah, he tries to shoot himself.
And he puts it all the way in his mouth and pulls the trigger
Twice.
And I know for a fact, I mean, something, because I remember the Wild West town?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, Downey's
Yeah,
Wild
so
West
they're
town.
like, now we use fake rounds, but then he would hold up to the can and pull the trigger, and it does do damage.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure if he put that right in his mouth, it would still do damage.
His teeth would have broken. He would have broken his teeth.
Yeah.
Because even with when you shoot at the gun would have went like that, jerked up.
Yeah.
So it would have went right into his teeth.
But I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
So he can't kill himself.
That's your science message of the day.
There you go. And then I believe it's after there where he goes to buy the teeth.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. No, the good teeth. that he
Or
wants.
1995.
Yeah, and that's a little too pricey for him. He can't.
So, $20 in 1988 would have been about $42 today.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
So the
expensive
kid
teeth.
right earlier was $20. Those
Wow.
teeth are $20, or now they'd be 40.
Yeah.
So
But he can't afford that. Even though he has credit cards in his wallet.
Oh yeah, the credit. No, the credit cards don't work.
That is a lot.
I don't know if you knew this, but credit cards don't work for vampires. It's true. I don't know if you knew that though.
I know now.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we got that straightened out. It'd been a little embarrassing. He gets the cheapo,
The fake ones for $3.95.
Well, I mean, they're all fake.
Yes.
He hit by the real vampire teeth. Yeah, you got those.
And then there's that whole scene of him. Oh wait,
No,
does he make the phone call first, or does he go to the club first?
we're missing a part.
pigeon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he puts them in his mouth. He chases the pigeon,
Yes. A la Birdie.
a la Birdie. He
Or Rocky style.
Rocky style. He catches it, gets upstairs, and then there's just feathers all over the ground.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
he
very
either-
long panning shot.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more feathers than there
was
feather
bird.
to
Yeah,
bird
yeah.
ratio
And I don't-
doesn't equate.
Not sure if he ate the pigeon or if he just drank the pigeon's blood.
I think he ate. I don't know.
Yeah, so he did something to the pigeon. Pigeon's gone. Pigeon's
Yeah.
dead. And
Ain't coming back.
And then he could. Was this the point where he couldn't see his reflection? Remember when he looked in the mirror? And he's like, "Where am I? Where am I?"
Yeah.
No, that's at the bathroom at work.
Is that when that was? I know it's around this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't remember what place it where it was
Actually,
at.
I think you're right.
Okay. So yeah, he couldn't.
Yeah, he says, where am I?
Yeah.
Even though clearly in the movie, as a viewer, you can see his reflection.
You can see it, and there's, oh God, where am I?
Yeah.
Oh God! It's like, oh God! Like I was freaking out.
I can see you, Nick. So, and then he has the teeth, and then he goes to the club with the teeth. He shoves his way through the line.
Yeah, he's got the crazy eyes going.
Yeah, crazy eyes. He punches the bouncer.
Yes.
Which I mean, if you're a bouncer, you should be ready
Be
for.
tougher.
But no,
You should not suck at your job.
Yeah. So he gets in there, and then he just makes his way through everyone dancing.
Yeah.
And he gets to the VIP lounge. I'm assuming it's a VIP lounge.
Yes.
And the girl there
Doing coke by
doing
herself.
coke by herself.
Hold on. So yeah, the club banging, totally crowded,
Yeah.
shoulder to shoulder, super busy. He goes to the VIP lounge. One girl.
Yes.
Yep.
All by herself.
It's all her coke. That's the thing. She doesn't share.
No.
Okay.
So he kicks everyone out. So she does her business.
Yep.
He gets in there. He's being all goofy, like, arr, 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 I'm a vampire.
Yeah.
And
that
then
was weird.
and then she's just like, this is so funny. And he sits and then he's like touching her and everything. And then he goes deep.
Tries to go for second base.
Yeah.
Second base.
Goes to one of the bases.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want any
No,
part of
no
it.
part of it.
So she starts hitting him, slapping him away. And he's like, vampire time.
Yeah.
And he bites her.
I wish he said that.
And
Jazz
so,
hands.
So at first we didn't know if he was using the plastic teeth to bite her.
Yeah.
I don't think he was.
I think he was.
You think so? You think the plastic were able to get in there?
Well, no, I just don't think he took him out, but just those the plastic teeth wouldn't have been able to puncture skin.
She died.
No, but I'm saying it doesn't make sense.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I figured he just used his own human teeth
Yeah.
and just right into her. Either way, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was bleeding a lot.
Yeah. So
And then he leaves the club.
no.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. You're right. That's where he runs into Rachel Jackie.
Yes.
Again.
And she's like, I'm done with you.
Yeah.
Just get
He's
away
like-
from me.
Yeah. He's like, I'm with Donald.
Yeah, Donald. Out of nowhere, some guy named Donald just
Yeah.
shows up.
Some
It's like,
character we've
he's like,
never
"Hi."
seen.
Yeah. Like, I'm Donald.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then he makes a scene in the club. He's like, oh, look at her teeth.
Yeah. It's like, she's a vampire.
Yeah. And they're like, haha, you're crazy.
Yeah. And then he's outside of the club and he's just like, I'm a vampire, yeah. And everyone's just like, going like this. He's like,
Yeah.
no.
And he's asking people to kill him.
Yeah. And then he just was wandering for a while.
Yes.
And
that's where he comes across the pallet.
yeah, he sees a pallet. He rips a piece of wood off a stake.
Yes.
As they say.
Yeah, he kicks it a few times, then it just kind of falls off and he grabs it.
And he's like putting it against his chest, but he's not really doing anything. He's just kind of like,
yeah.
And then he's like, people are looking at him. When he first gets the wood, he's asked the couple that walk towards him. He's like, "Oh, kill me! I'm a vampire!" And they're like, "Oh, no way! Get out of here.
I don't want no part of that."
Yeah.
Well, and then at what point does he call the psychiatrist with the vampire teeth in?
Oh, I think that was back before the club.
Yeah, I think so.
Sooner. Well, how about Tuesday afternoon? Sooner.
So, was the psychiatrist messing around with Alva's brother?
I thought that was Alva's brother.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they should have developed that more. I mean, it just
it seemed kind of like it could have been a big deal.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Oh,
I don't know what you guys are expecting from this movie.
more.
You sir are greedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he needed to make. Because he knew that something was up. He needed to talk to her.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's. Oh wait, does he go back to the apartment? Wait, when did we see the couch coffin blanket?
That was mixed in there, like because she visited a few times during all this, and that was one of the times where he was like, he was laying under a couch. Like he had the couch turned up to where the seats and the back were above him.
Yeah,
he was laying on pillows, so it's basically like a coffin because he could just like lift it up and get in there and then pull it back down.
Right.
And yeah, like I said, it happened. Like it was around this time,
right?
And she kept on visiting him, and I kind of felt like when she saw him like that, she was kind of like too like, okay,
yeah,
I'm done with you.
We're done here.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like that whole montage of him just lumbering around the city.
Yeah.
You know, with the pieces of wood.
Yeah.
Just wailing, you know? Yeah, just asking people to kill him and stuff like that. And finally,
Alva tells her brother finally what happened.
Yes.
He did rape her.
Yes.
Yeah, it did happen.
Yes.
Even though you wouldn't have known, like they didn't show anything at that time when he attacked her.
Right.
But it did come out at the end. Did you notice she had the bruise on the side of her face too? Yeah. So, and then the brother's like, oh, that's it.
Some bitch.
Yeah, exactly. It's go time. And so they drive to where he lives, and they're both sitting out waiting for him. And while he's doing his...
Where he's talking to the building.
Yeah, and that's where he starts talking to the building psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Which it was all in his head. The entire thing.
Right.
Of course.
Wait, what whole thing?
When he was talking in the building, that's when it showed. Yeah. So that the whole time he's talking in the building, it's like he's actually in the psychiatrist's office.
Right.
They showed that. They show like he's like, you know what? I don't need you anymore to the psychiatrist.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't need this. He's like, I just need love. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, silly.
Yeah. And then he's like, promise you won't laugh.
Yeah.
And he's like, I just want love. If I get love, I'll be happy. Yeah. And then she starts laughing.
Yeah.
He's like, you said you wouldn't laugh. Mind you, he's saying this to the building.
Yeah.
And
looking batshit crazy.
Yeah. Oh, completely crazy. And it was like the psychiatrist was just like, you know, the reason I'm laughing is because my next patient is going through the same thing. Yeah. Sharon. Yeah. And so they introduce each other, and he's like, my love, we're on the same wavelength. Yeah. It's like, I like Vivaldi. And poetry and long walks on the beach or whatever. Japanese food's refreshing. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. And then he leaves the wall / psychiatrist with Sharon.
And the piece of wood. Yeah.
So Sharon, his plank, are leaving the wall / psychiatrist to go back to his place.
Yes. All right, well, then as he's walking out, he's like, "Oh, by the way, I raped a girl. I thought I should tell you."
Like, oh, it's it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, and I killed somebody yesterday. People die all the time.
I'm like, that's weird.
But he's like, well, thanks, Doc. You know, I'll
take care of the police.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. So and then he finally gets in front. He's walking, and him and Sharon are getting along great on the walk home.
Yes.
Even though no one's there, he's just talking to no one.
Yeah.
But by the time he gets in front of his house, he loses his shit to Sharon.
Yes.
Who isn't there.
Yes.
He's like, we're not talking about that, change of subject.
Yeah.
Like, I said no, I'm talking about. And then that's when Alva and her brother guy are sitting. And then Alva's like, that's him. He's right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she's just so distraught.
Sweet Firebird, by the way.
Yes.
Or Camaro.
Yeah. He gets tire iron.
Yeah.
Brother. Yeah. He's going old school. And now he waits for him to get in the building.
Yeah.
So instead
he doesn't follow him close enough to where he could just follow him.
Yeah.
In. No, he waits till like he gets all the way in. The door is fucking locked.
Yeah. So he gets up there. Yeah. And he's like, oh, he tries the door too.
Yeah.
He's like, it's locked. That's weird.
Yeah.
He looks at the names. You see him. He's like looking at the names.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, which one is this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then
breaks the window.
He walks away. But he takes a few steps back. He looks a little bit, kind of like thinking, should I do this?
Yeah.
Is it safe? And he's like, fuck it. Turns around, bash.
Yes.
Cracks the glass, opens the door, starts walking upstairs.
Yeah. Is this where he starts going?
Yeah.
In
One of the many times.
One of the many times,
Yeah.
yeah. Because he had a big fight with Sharon and told her to leave because she was a pig.
Yes. And then he's laying in his coffin blanket thing, and he's just like, sitting there like with the wood plank.
Well, no,
like,
the first thing he's just laying he gets underneath it.
Yeah.
Because he got Sharon. He's so upset with Sharon. He just needs to go sleep in his coffin.
yes.
So brother guy walks in and he sees the place is messed. Didn't faze him. Whatever.
Right.
And then he notices that he's underneath this couch laying there. Lifts it up and he looks down at him. And I don't think he even said anything to him. And then Nicolas Cage is just like, he looks up and he sees the guy and then he puts the plank to where it's going to stab him on his chest. And the guy's like, okay.
Did you notice it's not by his? Because like the thing is, like,
It's
you're
like
supposed
right
to,
here.
Yeah, you're like,
in
you're
the
supposed to
middle.
stab him in the heart.
Yeah,
But it's like,
it's
like
right.
below is like
Solar plexus right there.
yeah, or sternum or whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Well, anyways, it's put there, and then the brother just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Jabs it right into his chest.
Yep.
And then that's it.
Oh yeah, the end.
Does it cut to Rach Jackie one more time?
Well, it cuts to her just smiling at the camera. She's just like, I did that shit. That's all it is.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
My new screensaver. Yes.
Phone wallpaper.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I mean, I think the movie flew by.
I'm sure we like said parts that happened at different times. I'm sure because I have a feeling that I mentioned something that happened earlier or later.
Sure.
But it's because it all looked the same. It was all the same kind of stuff happening over and over.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to be like, oh, this happened here. But it also happened there and there and there.
Yeah.
So you just really don't know when to place this stuff. It's crazy. Crazy.
This is, I mean, so definitely out of all the movies that we've seen so far, this is the benchmark.
Yeah.
For crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it sets
definitely.
the precedent just of
Oh yeah.
all that
Yeah,
stuff.
any meme you've seen,
What
it's pretty much from this movie.
What's so of the movies that we've seen so far? Obviously, Vampire's Kiss is the most crazy.
Right.
What's the next one of crazy?
Oh. So let's see.
So we've seen Valley Girl, Birdie,
Boy in
Boy in
Blue,
Blue, and
Time to Kill,
Yeah. Oh God, Time to Kill.
and
Raising Arizona.
Ooh.
I'd say Raising Arizona.
I'd say Birdie.
You think Bert?
Dude, the whole prison scene, or not the prison, but where he's trying to get out of the fucking jail.
Oh, you mean when the door is locked?
Yeah.
I I feel like there's some scenes in Valley Girl that are pretty ridiculous. I mean, not in a freak out kind of way, though.
See, each had their own like kind of freak out stuff, but I do think definitely, like you said, Vampire's Kiss definitely number one.
Yeah.
If I had to say the second, it would be between Raising Arizona and Valley Girl. I think Birdie would be after that. He did have freak outs. I think Birdie would be after because he played too straight at certain points.
He is kind of
at certain points he was like kind of regular. It was at the end when he started dealing with his own stuff, where he was kind of like, remember he was holding Birdie?
Yes.
He was like, oh, I'm gonna take us both. And then I would say after that it would be Boy in Blue, and then Time to Kill. And I say Boy in Blue because of that moment. I already had that weird like that.
that weird face.
Yeah. So that's how I would rank them.
Christopher, would you recommend this?
Fuck yeah. Why would I?
Yeah, I need to hear this. I need to hear from your mouth.
This movie is so memorable, is it not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because, like we said earlier, not a lot happened.
No.
Man. Well, okay. Would you recommend it?
Oh yes, definitely. It was
like at the moment, I'd say this is the Nicolas Cage movie.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I agree with.
If you want to understand why people have an obsession or just love Nicolas Cage, watch this movie.
Yes,
this is the one movie so far that you should watch. That will be like,
yes.
Okay, I get it. I see why people want to watch him all the time now. It's fantastic.
I agree.
Yeah.
And you're not watching it like this one. You don't watch it for story. You're not watching it for any, like you're not going to, the amusement you're going to get is his craziness.
Yeah.
That's your amusement from the story.
Yes.
That's everything.
Yeah.
And none of it was real.
Oh yeah, that's the next question is, do you think he's actually in Vampire or no?
I think he was already crazy, and when he was in the throes of passion and that bat came in, he associated that feeling with the bat.
And what feeling?
The horniness, all that.
Being drunk and horny.
And he quit in that, and so in his mind, you can
think maybe he just had rabies the whole time?
He could have had rabies, yeah. I think the time every time he saw the vampire Rachel or whatever, I don't think any of that was real. I don't think he was getting bitten. I don't think any of that happened. I think it was all in his mind. I think he was completely crazy.
I could see that.
That's what I say.
So we'd say the whole him in the psychiatrist's office with Sharon, that did not happen.
None of that happened. No.
Correct.
Okay.
I agree.
He was definitely talking to the wall or the building, whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
I think a lot of the stuff that he thought was happening to him wasn't.
Right.
Because you could tell like he's looking in the mirror. Oh, I can't see myself. He can see himself.
Yeah.
Or the teeth, all that.
Or the filmmakers too lazy to actually like Photoshop him out.
I mean, yeah, it could be too. It really could be too.
Yeah.
I just don't see him. I see this more as a guy dealing with mental issues, and this is how it's happening, than any kind of vampire movie.
Right.
So you think it's when the bat enters in the movie? When the bat enters
is when something in his head clicks. Something just turns the other way.
So that girl does exist, though.
She does exist.
Which one? Oh, Rachel.
Yeah, and I think what gets me though is at the end when he's getting kicked out and you see Jackie Rachel with Donald, and they kind of smirk at each other.
Right.
So that's where I'm kind of like, maybe she is a vampire. Maybe it's like that.
Wait, who smirks at each other?
Donald and Jackie Rachel.
Yeah.
When do they smirk at each other?
He's getting kicked out.
He's like, oh, she's a vampire.
Yeah. And she kind of looks over at Donald like this and does a little smirk. And then he's kind of like smirking back. So he's maybe a vampire.
Oh.
Yeah. So, or it could be, like I said, all in his head. All of it. It's hard to know.
Yeah.
That's enough. That actually is a pretty cool reason to watch the movie too.
For you to gauge whether it's all real or not.
Like, what do you think? Do you think it's real, or do you think that he's just a crazy guy?
Yeah.
You know? That's what I got that from, and I thought it was really neat.
It's deep. It's a deep movie.
Deep, bro.
Yeah, it's super deep. People think it's just hilarious. No, this should be taught in like film
It's
class.
a good commentary on today's society, you know? Cocksuckers. Oh, man.
All right. The budget, $2 million. Box office, what do you think it made?
Oh, God.
It did not do well.
No, yeah, I could have told you that.
Maybe 4 million.
No. I say 1.7.
Okay. It made 725,000.
Jesus Christ.
So solid.
Wow.
Is that worse than...
Wow.
How bad was Birdie?
Ooh, let me look it up.
Birdie
did terrible.
Yeah, Birdie did not do well.
Yeah, was it in like the 600,000s? For some reason, I'm feeling that. I'm probably wrong.
How did he keep making movies? Like,
oh yeah, seriously. Well, because he has his few.
Oh, Birdie made 1.4 million.
Boom! You like that?
So Vampire's Kiss made half of that.
wait, which one tanked?
I know one.
Birdie was made for
Time to Kill.
12 million.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let's see.
pretty
Robert
great.
Bierman or Byerman. Let's see. He has directed episodes of The Walking Dead. Oh no, Waking the Dead.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I was like, wow, he really moved up in his career.
Man.
Up in his game.
So yeah, trivia. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Nicolas Cage did eat a real cockroach for this film.
I knew it.
It reportedly took 3 takes.
Damn. That's why he was doing the whole movie.
Peter's strange accent is supposed to be a fake accent used by the character because he thinks it sounds more elegant and smarter because he is a literary agent. The accent comes and goes throughout the movie and is more prominent when trying to impress people. Bierman. He says feels very few people actually understand what the movie is about. Cage says he's always been a big believer in the ambiguous and letting it be about whatever people want it to be about.
AIDS. It's about AIDS.
I knew it.
His own take on the film is it is a tale of loneliness driving a man insane. So there's a on the DVD and Blu-ray there's a commentary during the movie, and it's Nicolas Cage and the director, and I guess the first appearance of the mimes, Bierman says, I don't know what this is about. I don't know what I was doing. I haven't got a clue.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cage was frustrated with the prop gun during the basement assault scene. But Bierman had to remind him that a gun with blanks could still actually kill him.
Yeah.
Cage channeled his irritability into challenging himself to say boo-hoo in a way that didn't sound utterly stupid.
I forgot about that.
Cage was quite proud of his ability to catch a pigeon in the park scene, but then the director shattered the illusion by revealing that the birds were heavily sedated. The shots of Cage walking down the street at the end, clearly mad and talking to himself, were filmed at a distance with a long lens because the people walking past them didn't know that they were being filmed in a movie.
I wondered about that.
I was really hoping they weren't.
Yeah.
I really did not I didn't want them to be aware. I wanted like genuine reactions.
Yeah.
And that's great. It makes it so much better.
Yeah.
It really does.
Some other memorable quotes during the commentary. At one point, Nicolas Cage says, I think that people might wonder what voice I'm using. The director says, no one really understands what this movie is about. And last one, Nicolas Cage says, my entire motivation here is to see just how big I could get my eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he's that.
He does that a lot, especially in the club scene. Where
Yes.
The club scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is Vampire's Kiss.
Wow.
That was great.
That was a hell of a ride.
I enjoyed it.
But yeah, that'll do it for this episode. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Bye-bye. We're going with that.